Legendary better drop rates and nightmare levels are here. Let's take a look at that. So I have some few legendaries here. We'll look at the chain gun. Now the cap is still level 80, but as you go up in tiers, you get better weapons. So an epic chain gun's worse than a legendary. Now not only do you have better stats, but you unlock a different, like a passive buff. The chain guns is a 20% increased slow effect, which will help out with your ice, which is, yeah, whatever. But when we go to the different one here, the heavy cannon, I'm actually pretty close to one. You get a 2% attack speed bonus. That is massive whenever you have all these new enemies, well not new enemies, but new difficulties that we have, and we'll show you in a minute. So each of these primaries has a different ability that you get when you get legendary. The shotguns is 20% increased burn damage, which is okay. The best one so far is that attack speed. You take an awesome weapon and you make it even faster. How do you beat that? It's the best. Now you might be wondering about the burst rifle. We'll get to that in a second. The plasma has more malfunction, which is good because it takes down their attack, meaning that if you have trouble getting hit, this might be a good play because it's just about as good as a heavy cannon anyway. The burst rifle, did it get a buff? Well, let's take a look and see. We need to go back to the type here and the rarity. So the burst rifle actually doesn't have much going for it. It's got 20% increased corrosion effect and a little bit of stat boost. Whatever, that doesn't really matter. Now when we look at all of the secondaries, they have a 5% faster recharge time. Now when I tested this out, it's not that big of a deal, right? Well, when we take a look at the ballista, I got the eagle skin going. They all have the same thing. Now it's a 10 seconds. That 5% doesn't seem to matter, and if it was a 10% maybe more it would. So right now I'm not really seeing much value in that. I even tried to test with the Seraphim to see if his decreased secondary helped me out. It didn't really seem to, so not a big fan of this perk yet. Maybe it'll be better later. I hope so. We need it. Now the ultimates, I need to test this more. You get a 10% faster charge time. That'll be really good if you're just missing that last little sliver, if you have the BFG before a boss. I actually don't have an ultimate that is a legendary now. Now when the launchers come into play, it's 15% faster recharge. That's pretty cool. Normally launchers take 7 seconds, right, which is nice. And so if you have your acid spit, that's 7 seconds to shoot, 5 to debuff, 7 with the upgrade. So I can see that anything that has you shooting more and faster with higher damage is nice. Now the real MVP for these legendary items comes in terms of the armor, okay? Seriously. The UAC helmet. Not only do you get more damage, you get a 2% dodge for 5 seconds after firing your secondary. That's really good because that makes the Marauder even better than he already is, and he's one of the best slayers in the game already because of that moving and dodging. So as you see, he's going to be even better there, and if you only do free to play, that's fine too. You'll still benefit from that dodge. Taking a look at the UAC gauntlets is a 2% damage resist after firing the secondary. This pairs up so well with the chest and the boots that give you damage resistance to UAC going in. Now instead of 10%, you get an additional 2. Such a good little thing. Small percent, but it adds up. Now the UAC chest, I don't have legendary yet, but you get a critical 6% chance for firing after secondary. That is huge. The zombie is 4% in the Slayer. That's already what people looked at was an amazing upgrade. Now we get 6% for this. That's going to be massive damage, or that's a lot of damage. The demonic boots are what I'm wearing right now. They are a 4% damage. This is a game changer because when you look at these chests and boots, beforehand they were only ever defensive items. You didn't get defense points. That's not the way the game works, but you got health and you got dodge. Well, now you get offense on your defense. So now not only do you get to use your helmet and your gloves for offense and your attack, your armor is helping your damage. That has never been done in the game. That is pretty awesome. Now it's not going to be as much, of course, as if I had, a legendary heavy cannon, but still, that's brand new. It's really nice. Now all the armor gives a little bit of a different touch here. We'll go take a look at those too. As you see with the cultist helmet, you get a 4% melee dodge. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. Melee, most of your hits are not going to be melee. That's okay. And we go to the UAC helmet. We just talked about that one. The demonic helmet is a 1% dodge, falling in line with the UAC, having the twice the protection after secondary. I still like UAC better for that one, but, it's just nice. Now this one, glory kill knockback 10% with the exhaustion. Not a big fan of that. Glory kill knockback does give you more space. You already feel like you get a little bit anyway, but it's just not worth the benefits that these other buffs have. So after we look at that, we take a look at let's see what's up next here. Oh, this one here, cool. Fire dodge chance 4%. So these helmets, the elementals, which have better drop rates too, we'll talk about drop rates in a second, give you better dodge chance and all that sort of stuff. So not bad. If we had, epic legendary, I'd use them. Why not? Radioactive helmet, same thing for that. For the chest plates, a 30% critical damage increase. Now this is 5 times less than the epic exhaustion or the epic cultist helmet, but you know what? When you have a critical, it makes a difference. If you hit it or don't, having that 30% could mean a lot. It could mean a lot of extra damage coming out of your gun onto the battlefield. When we look at the demonic chest plates, 3% critical chance, meh, that's fine. You know, more chance, pretty good actually. You know what? That's actually pretty good because the zombies 4, that's 3. You could also have 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll take that. Oh, what else do we have? We don't have the chest plate. Let's do... Not the Exhaustion. 4% damage is really, really nice on that Exhaustion chest plate that I see right there. Because normally you get stagger. Well, now you're going to get more damage to get them killed faster, to stagger them faster. So you really can't go wrong with that one, can you? We look at these and you get damage bonus for fire, 6%. That's a little more than we were seeing before. And the same thing for the rest of those. When we get to the gloves, melee damage resist 5%. Again, most of your attacks against you are going to be ranged, whatever. This is a 1% damage resist. So now your gauntlets are giving you defense. So now, when we come into play here, you get offense and defense switched around. So all of your armor, if it's legendary, is going to be giving you both offense and defense. It's never done that before. That's pretty sweet. Just going around, just seeing what all these have to offer is nice. A stagger chance of 1% for the Exhaustion gauntlets. Again, pair that up with your samurai, with your Exhaustion chest, with all of your stuff, and you get a bunch of staggers out there. 1% ain't much, but you know what? It's at least still something. These gloves giving you damage resist to fire. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, it's fine. Attack speed for cultist boots. Attack speed's cool. I like damage more because you feel the damage boost better in your secondary and your ultimate more than you do the attack speed. It's fine. I'd try it. Why not? Now this one's really good. The UAC boots, like I said, damage 8% for 5 seconds after you use your secondary. Massive. I cannot wait to try those out when I get those to be the legendary tier. Of course, we already went over the demonic ones, 4% all the time. I'm going to be really thankful for that. I'm going to be using it a lot. Now this one's cool. Exhaustion boots, damage 8%. You pair that up with your gloves for mega boss damage. Still would prefer UAC. If we ever get a boss rush mode, that's going to be best in slot right there, as with the rest of the gloves. And of course, we have the damage effectiveness, which is nice there. So we take a look here at the shop. What are we talking about? These master type of levels. They're not master levels, but if you notice in the right corner here, you're going to have Hurt Me Plenty. For certain levels, you're going to have Ultraviolence and Nightmare. You click on, you see what weapons you can get from the levels, which is really cool. Now, if anyone ever asks, what level can I get a heavy cannon? Well, there you go. The odds are probably still the same, but it's just nice to see that information. Now, you get 20 crystals for beating each of these levels, so even if you're an in-game player, you're going to want to go try it out for sure. Yeah, that's looking good. I mean, it shows you that the loot's okay, but you get more. And look at the top. More loot drops in Hurt Me Plenty, more loot drops in Ultraviolence. So people that are saying, I'm not getting any drops, why am I not getting them? You're probably doing events, you're probably not doing these types of levels. So if you want item drops, get them from these master type levels. Now they only go so far because you have Doom Hunter base. I'm thinking that they're going to open it up to different chapters as the game goes on, because you unlock these, like, you know, chapter 4 you unlock that one, chapter 6, and when you go on you begin to see a pattern. Chapter 5, chapter 7, and by the time you get to the end, there's only Ultraviolence for them. They're going to bring out more later, I'm sure. You know what, that's fine. I'm giving them room. My question is an Ultraviolence on this map, Hell on Earth 8, better than a Nightmare on Doom Hunter base? Curious to see how that plays out. Now when we come down here, we see that we have better drop rates on the equipment crates. It's now 88-12 instead of 90-10. And when you come down to the special crates, it is now 75-25. Now, the patch notes say that the epic rate has increased. We only see 5% here, so it's probably less than 1% gain. That's okay. I pulled 4 epics from a 10 pull earlier, so you can definitely tell there's a change. So you get a 5% rare buff as well, which is always nice. Now, when we come out to the events here, I don't know what's on the first day, but if you notice, we get more Argent, more keys in the crates here. Everything is buffed in that regard, so they're pushing more in that way. And it sounds like we're going to need it too, because we have the new season coming up soon as well. People are saying that the events are scaled up more difficult. If that is so, I believe it's going to make it a lot trickier, so you're definitely going to want that extra gear. Twin Shot was fixed, it's no longer bugged, so if you want to use Twin Shot, go ahead. It's still decent, not the greatest thing ever in the world. Of course, you can't ignore the multi-upgrade system. You go to click upgrade, you can pick from level 1 to whatever you want to in one click. No longer do you have to spam that upgrade button. You can just literally click upgrade. It does a cool flashy thing on your screen, and you are already instantly to whatever level you want to be, which is really cool. Now, when you're in the fusing screen, it'll actually show you from, or your upgrade screen will show you from level 1 to 79 all the stat bonuses you get. That's not from one level, that's all of them. But isn't this one of the most requested features we've ever had? I mean, just look, I'm only doing 71 because I'm out of coins to be able to do the rest, but you can do as much as you want, try any build you want, and it is awesome. the patch notes have all these updates. There's a lot of stuff that happened today that was unexpected. So if you go to your cog, your settings, you can see all the patch notes there. So come to the Discord in the description if you want to give out free hints and tips and build advice. I want to post this video now. I will see you later, and hey, thanks for watching.